Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Orcs Never Die. I don't think it caught. I know you tried to do a scream. I don't think your mic caught it very well. I heard a very low and then it just cut off. Okay, good effort, everyone.
Roaring is beneath me.
Well, today with me, as usual, I have Keaton.
Yo.
We have Silver.
Yeah.
And we have Pierce.
What up?
Okay, so today I wanted to ask you guys, because in the setting we're at some sort of it's like a festival of sorts, and I've been curious. Have any of you been to conventions or festivals? And if so, which ones have you been your favorite to go to? Or if you haven't, where would you like to go at some point? I've been to several conferences and conventions and stuff like that. So I have thoughts on my favorites and stuff like that, but I didn't know if you guys had any things off the dome or not.
I haven't been to many. I want to go to more. The last one I went to was San Japan in San Antonio.
Ooh.
When I was visiting the partner that lives down there. First one I ever went to, I was in college, and my college was hosting an anime convention. I think it might have been, it was an anime convention. I didn't know it was happening, and friends of mine from my hometown texted me being like, "Hey, we're in town at the convention," and I'm like, "There's a convention?" And they're like, "Yeah, you want to come?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I went, and some people asked what I was cosplaying as. I was not cosplaying as anything, and I just said a dungeon master because I had D&D books on me.
Nice.
Easy slip in there.
Easy. And this was 3.5 D&D because that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I went to Comic-Con a few years ago. I think the Detroit one. It was alright, but I want to go to more of a TTRPG one where you actually sit down and play stuff. Because the Comic-Con was more of is your favorite person to get a signature there, or there's a lot of just sell stuff. I realized, so I want to go to that. But I've always wanted to go to Taiwan. They have Computex, which is PC parts and stuff. And it's new stuff coming out, and it's pretty cool.
That sounds exciting.
Really far though, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a dream. Yeah. It's a dream one for later.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Comic-Con before, but I have spent a lot of money on products from Comic-Con exclusives. Because I used to play the Dragon Ball Z card game competitively. And
I did too.
Yeah, at San Diego Comic-Con, they had exclusive cards, so I had to pay a bunch of money to get exclusive cards just to that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I have a deck of that somewhere. I got rid of all my cards, I just kept the one deck.
Oh, nice. There you go. That's all you need.
No.
Especially with just how the game's dead again, so it's not really...
Yeah.
Okay.
You only ever needed the one.
Which game?
The Dragon Ball Z card game, not the super one, but the I'm thinking of the old card game.
Yeah, I played the old one in 2005, give or take, 20 years ago.
Makes sense that one dies. Most card games don't have that kind of longevity in my experience.
I
had a Gohan. Gohan was my commander.
Nice.
I think I played the super one.
You think you played the Super one? Yeah, because the Super one is the one by Bandai that's out right now.
This was around 2015 and stuff. Yeah.
2015. Yes, I believe that's when the Super came out. Because because Panini brought back. Okay, I can go into a lesson on this at any time. But maybe we'll.
No, you're right. 2014, 2017. Bandai announced the.
Yeah, because it was in 2012. The game company Panini, or not the card company Panini, who does sports cards usually, in 2012 they re-brought back the Score Dragon Ball Z card game, and so I played that competitively, and that ended after about 2 years. Before they switched to a different card game that they started making, and then it's because Bandai was trying to put out their own Dragon Ball card game at the time, so they kind of axed the license. The last tournament I went to, because I go to Gen Con sometimes. That's the convention. Yeah. I'm bringing it back. The convention I go to occasionally is Gen Con, and not last Gen Con, but the Gen Con that I went beforehand. I played for my birthday because it was on my birthday. This Gen Con tournament. And I played a Gohan deck. Because Gohan has he was a blue Gohan deck that has like uses a lot of allies, and it's just a fun thing to like fill up the field with just a ton of cards. But yeah, Gen Con is the one that I go to occasionally that I like the most. I've gone 3 times. It's tied for second most that I've gone to. The other one I've gone to a lot is a theater conference, like a technical theater conference, but that one's not as exciting because it's mostly there for professionals or people who are trying to look for colleges, and so it's not as exciting as going to a literal games convention.
The conference I've gone to most frequently is for hypnotherapy. It's not as entertaining. A lot of people sleeping.
Yeah. How about you, Silver? Have you gone to any good conventions? Or do you want to go to any good conventions? What's your docket look like?
I have not gone to any nerd conventions. The last convention I can remember going to was like a Greek cultural festival in the unnamed city I live near.
Yeah.
That's
pretty neat.
I was a bit young at the time and did not yet fully appreciate Greek food, though, so I was mostly just kind of there with my family. I've been wanting to go to, like, Gen Con, though. That seems neat.
Yeah.
Gen Con, Comic-Con, and EVO are the 3 I want to try out.
Yeah, EVO, I think, would be a lot more exciting if I was good at fighting games. I like fighting games, but I am absolutely trash at them, so it's harder. It's harder to go to something like EVO and appreciate it as good when I'm not as technically skilled.
I do not pretend to be good at fighting games. I will go as far as to claim I am good enough that people who are actually good have to put in an effort to beat me. Though if they do, they will.
There you go. Still,
I can play Smash.
I dated a guy who played Smash competitively. I could not play. I thought I could play Smash, and then I dated him, and I could not play Smash.
I was only good at Smash for a very short period of time, when it was on the Wii, Smash Brawl. I could play Brawl pretty well. I don't know that I could win a competition. I could hold my own on there. Every other Smash, though, it's
turned into such a I wouldn't be able to play today, but like I played Nintendo 64.
Well, I knew I knew a guy who he was in like some like remedial classes in high school, and in it he just played emulators of Super Smash, the original Super Smash, like constantly. So he was like super big into it, and he would just literally every day, that's all he would do is play Smash.
There was a dude in my school. It wasn't Smash, but he would have printouts of the steps for DDR and practice them on lunch.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's intense. That is a level of dedication to a game I could not.
We'll have to get into the DDR later, because I have a pretty big dedication back in my day too. I had the full getup at the house, like what you would find in the arcade. Well, not the machine, but the whole pad, like full metal.
I did too, but printing off the steps was the next level.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was the next level. I was impressed and terrified.
Okay. Sorry, I just got a notification and my brain shut off.
That'll happen.
Who needs brains?
Who needs brains when you can have a recap? How about that? How about we get a recap? Yeah. So last time, our dignitaries arrived at Torrentmoot, a festival set up in the Badlands of the Holds of Belkzen. Torrentmoot is meant to bring people together and hopefully solidify some allies for Belkzen while everyone enjoys themselves during the Flood Truce. During this time, Grognor met a Dromar man named Davor, and they spent time discussing heraldry. Professor Fitz discovered a game being played where orcs were challenged to lift a dumbbell above their head that seemed impossible to do, and Azendel found a magical puzzle box that people were trying to open, and she enlisted the others to help her with it, unfortunately without succeeding. And that is where we left off on day 1 at the Torrentmoot. And so my question is, which of you deserves a hero point for last session?
I like the professor's conversation with that Dromar. If I were to throw my hat in the ring.
Which Dromar?
No, it was Grognor had the conversation.
Oh, I thought it was the professor. My bad.
No, I did the weightlifting.
Yeah.
I tried
he
to get
started
the
the weightlifting that Azendel almost succeeded on as well.
Oh, with Davor?
Yeah.
The conversation with Davor.
He's from the Pathfinder Society I wrote down. That's I got notes.
Okay, I misremembered that.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to like argue for why we deserve it, or are we just kind of like
no,
going
just
with
vote.
consensus?
Just shoot. You guys can decide who gets it any way you want. But I'm leaving it up to you guys to decide who deserves it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be for yourself. It can be for the other people.
I want to vote for Azendel because they pushed more for all of us to be doing a thing instead of us all going in separate directions.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. There we go. Azendel gets a hero point. There we are.
Oh boy, anytime
Wait,
I
do we
change
all
anything
have
on this
one?
sheet.
You do not have. I don't believe you all have one. I believe
Do we
most
all
of you
start
used
zero?
your.
I did use mine.
You
Oh,
start.
we used it. Okay,
you start
alright.
you get one when you start a session traditionally.
Well, in this the way peek behind the screen for everyone. Traditionally, how it works is sessions last several hours, and so like because they have it like they say on average, you give out 1 per hour. So instead, because these are 1 hour sessions, I'm just doing. You guys get to choose who gets the hero point as we go, and then you can accumulate it that way.
All right, I'm just writing it down.
Will there be any times where we reset to all get one? Just because.
Eventually, yes. As we switch between the chapters, I will be handing out more.
I like it.
You
It's a
also
little
won't
hardcore.
lose your hero point if you don't use it by the end of the episode.
Right. Traditionally, you would lose it by the end of the session, but you guys are gonna keep these are permanent heroes. Heroes.
So you can. I'm gonna fucking cling to this.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Sorry, I know we explained it like off and on a few times beforehand, and I know it was easy to lose between in the weeds. But peek behind the screen and peek behind the screen for the audience, and I guess peek behind the screen for the players. Now we know how this
There's
works.
a screen?
How does this game we're playing work?
Professionals,
Dude, I've
folks.
got so many.
Wait,
I
we're
have
playing
so
a
many
game. We're not
screens.
actually going to an orc convention?
Nope. Unfortunately, orc convention. Orccon.
OrcCon.
We're not going to an actual orc convention. What did I lose 80 pounds and buy a trident for?
Guess it's good I lost my tusks. I cannot find them anywhere.
You know how hard
no.
it is?
Realistically, I don't know where my tusks are. For the people listening at home, I have tusks. Or I had tusks.
Had Tusk.
The case was glow in the dark.
Well, you have to wait till nighttime to find it.
Yeah, I'll look at night. I'm going in for a lot of dental work soon, so I probably shouldn't wear them. But
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
they're thematic.
Okay, so let's jump on in, shall we? So like I said, we left off with you guys not really being able to get the puzzle box, but hey, you're still on day 1 of being at this Torrentmoot. So realistically, you have a few weeks to work on this if you'd like. You're here for a few weeks as you wait for the floods to come in. So my question then is, once again, it's kind of open to what you guys want to do for now. Is there anything specific you're interested in for the day, or do you kind of just want to mingle and then cut to the next day, or how do you guys want to approach your time here?
So we just failed at the box.
Yeah, you guys just tried to do the box. I believe it tried to shock you because you failed at it, but Azendel used Dispel Magic while trying to work it because it's can.
That's right.
And that helped stop the shock from happening.
Okay. I guess Grognor is gonna move on. He wants to keep meeting people. This is a whole, diplomatic mission or reason to be here. So he's got to find out. He really wants to talk to Ardax, the leader of the Orcs, and just mingle with him. Not really any specifics. Just introduce himself from High Helm. Here to intertwine Dwarven and Orc relationships. Yeah. So he'll tell the other two if they want to tag along or not. That's up to them.
You're a familiar face, and you're someone who doesn't traditionally bother Azendel in any way that would make her angry, so she'll tag along so that no one else tries to talk to her.
Okay. Excellent. Azendel, I'm glad to have your company. How about you, Professor? What do you plan to do? More drinking?
Well, I could speak.
I think the professor's had a bit too much already.
Yes.
Yes, no, it's a party. We are supposed to drink. And because somebody brought it up, he will slip into his pack and quickly craft and then drink a Bravo's brew.
What is that?
That should not have been rolled. It is for the next hour after drinking it, I get +1. It's basically it's liquid courage, +1 bonus to will saves, +2 versus fear.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
And it's also something I could just make
bit.
with my alchemical shit.
Yeah.
In another life, I would have been a brewer. But how do I properly?
So I just want to wander through the crowd till maybe I spot him. He's got to be around here too.
Yeah, you notice it's there's not, I mean, there's a sizable number of people here. It is like maybe you can up to like you think maybe like 50 plus people here. So there is a sizable crowd, but you do know that he sticks out quite a bit with his white hair. And eventually, as you are going through the crowd, possibly getting more drinks or more food, you eventually see Ardax mingling with some other orcs in the area, some other orcs in the area, and you can approach as you wish.
I'd like to approach when it's appropriate. I'm not going to interrupt him. I'll wait for a break in who he's talking to.
Okay. He's like,
and when I do, I'll say, "Hello, Ardax."
Hello. Sorry, not to be rude. My name, as you know, I'm Ardax, and yours was?
I'm Grognor Traudig.
Grognor. Okay,
Yes.
well, it's nice to meet you. Are you enjoying the festival here?
Yes, I just wanted to introduce myself and perhaps my compatriot here. And let you know I'm from High Helm and for the festival. And so far it's a pretty nice spot you got.
Well, I thank you for your kind words. I'm glad this has been suitable for those coming from High Helm. And I hope that you all are able to make yourselves at home and enjoy the festivities as much as you can. I know it's going to be a while before the floods come in, but there's plenty of time to get to know everyone here. And I hope you enjoy your time here.
Is there anybody notable that I should perhaps be talking to? I'm from far away.
I'd rather guess that everyone here should be notable in some way, or else I wouldn't have necessarily invited them. They're all representatives of different holds and nations, so I'd say, take a few steps and maybe you'll find a new friend.
Excellent. Well, it's good meeting you.
If you do, yes, I was gonna say, good meeting you all. But I do have some more people I need to get seen. I need to find some others that I was meaning to speak with, and I will, not to be dismissive or anything, I just do have other people I need to talk to as well. So with that, I'm sorry, I must take my leave.
Understandable.
He seems to be a little dismissive in a way, the way he's presenting himself in like leaves and stuff like that, but he's not trying to be, you don't think he's trying to be rude or anything, but it's just a very busy person here at this time, and so you'd think that maybe they just have a lot going on at the time, so it's harder to sit down and mingle one-on-one like that.
Yeah, Grognor,
shockingly polite for an orc.
Yeah. Yes.
We are quite polite.
I found the orcs I've met are polite, as long as you don't piss them off.
That is most people.
I was about to say, there's just a certain expectation I had coming here. It's an expectation that when the orcs of Belkzen send a diplomatic envoy to New Thassalon asking for New Thassalon to send representatives to Belkzen, that there was certain expectations that we would be dividing Varissia between us and not whatever this is.
Well, we're here. We've only been here a few hours.
We don't know what this is yet.
True.
Let's see who else we can meet. I want to look around. I want to look around, like, what else is going on? There was, like, the games and stuff. Is there, like, a bar? Are people chilling anywhere at tables?
Yeah, there's, you'll notice that there are some, like, more so, like, around, like, fire rings. You'll see plenty of, like, logs set out as benches for everyone to, like, hang out and chat if they wish. You notice that there are various tents, and, like, some of these people, like, within their own factions have their own fire set up that they're kind of setting with, but there are more open areas for you to mingle and stuff like that.
Grognor will turn to the other two and like, perhaps we should find a good fire to sit around and mingle with other travelers. And
I was going to try and see if there are any other wizards here.
There are probably many skills in the arcane arts here.
Yes. A topic we can easily bring up around a brewski.
Azendel, who has a beer in her offhand, just takes a drink. Indeed.
Yeah, so I want to look for, like, it's like a populated fire circle, but has enough room for us. I don't want to jam us in anywhere.
Azendel's just gonna look for wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
or that. Yeah, I don't know how you look for that, so I'd have to follow Azendel on that. Hey, Grognor holds up his hands and goes, and he's about to shout, "Is there any wizards?"
Give me a diplomacy check. Or no, actually, yeah, give me a diplomacy check.
Perfect. All right. Heck yeah.
21. You see people, like, you're standing near a fire, like you're like heading off, and you shout that out, and you see like several people kind of turn to look at you because they just see like it's like a bizarre request to shout out like that, but it is pretty noisy and lively here. So like you double check that, and you see there is an elderly orc man sitting by one of the fires, and he raises his hand and nods to you.
He turns to Azendel and says, "See, there's one probably right there."
I suppose I should meet the local arcane community. I'm going to be around them for the next few weeks.
That was what you were asking to look for, was it not?
Indeed.
The local arcane community?
I was I was looking for any wizards. Well, anything's better than other rune lords right now, so I'll make my way over.
All right. You all sit down upon this. There's plenty of seats open at this fire for you to speak with the various people. You'll see like there's a I guess for instance there is the wizard, the elderly orc man. You needed a wizard? Was there something the matter?
Oh, nothing's the matter, sir. My friend here's just looking for a wizard.
Yes, I was looking to make the acquaintance of other wizards in the area, and my acquaintance here decided to announce that as loudly as possible.
It was the most efficient method.
No! Well, it seemed to work. Yes, well, my name is Gravelier. I work in the arcane magics here. I'm from the Lightless Flame Hold. How about you? Where are you from?
Who's he talking to?
Azendel.
Yeah.
Azendel Zinara of the Rune Lord's Circle of Wrath.
Oh, fancy title. You must come from a long way then.
Yes. Is it alright if I sit? I've been on my feet for most of the day.
Please, there's plenty of space.
Kazrick, already sitting.
Excellent. She stabs the base of her trident into the dirt so that it's standing upright, and then she sits.
Yeah. And he's able to discuss with you various arcane things, maybe show off some cantrips, or get into some more of the deeper studies of arcane magic.
She's taking notes. You see her expression soften a little from obsidian to granite.
Yeah. Any specific type of conversation the others are having, or are you just mingling as you might?
I just want to know. I mean, I'm assuming everyone else is here from somewhere else too, majority, right? So I just want to find out what, I'm introducing myself, where I'm from, find out where other people are. So I'd just be mingling with people, I guess.
You come across some people from the Golden Wheel Trading Company. They're from the south, from Nermathus. It's a married couple, Arian and Korai Prent. They're humans. They do a lot of trading and stuff like that. They seem to be very ambitious. They go ahead and start discussing with you various wares and jewels, and they ask you about stuff from High Helm and stuff like that, artisan stuff from there. And as they're trying to it seems like they want to expand their enterprises a lot. The Golden Wheel Trading Company. So, but you get stuff like that. There's other you'll see a majority of these people who are here are from other holds. But there are bits and pieces from all over that are coming here. So that's just an example of
all right, Grognor will say. And are you two from a hold around here?
No. We're from Nermathus to the south.
Okay, yes. Well, do you have a business card I can take? Because I'm sure High Helm would be very interested in the wares Nermathus could provide and trade. Money is money.
They do. And they'll provide you with some calling cards and stuff like that, and some representative they've got infographic sheets of paper, parchment that they hand out as well. That's kind of dictates various things from where they are, and the kind of things that they do, or the trading routes that they go through, and so you have a little bit more information to bring back to people. They seem like they're handing those out to people as they get to know each other, and just the kind of things you pick up at conventions, basically.
Yeah.
All the different booklets and stuff.
Networking, baby. Okay, he'll chat with them then.
And then, what about the professor? Is there anything the professor's looking for right now, or is it just
I think the professor is gonna like buy a table, not like a big, like a semi, like a long like table, not a big busy one, but maybe like he sits at one end and there's like a group at the other end, and he kind of just like sits there like he's half falling asleep, but also kind of wants to listen in on a conversation where they think he's passed out. We try and get some gossip or something interesting.
You hear from one of them. It seems like there's a woman who is talking about like there's like 3 people at the table. The woman's talking to 2 men, and you just hear them say stuff like, "Well, the hunt will go on tomorrow to start kicking things off. We should possibly go around and see who would like to join us. If there's anyone who'd be more interested. I think we should look for some more outsiders, don't you think?" Yeah, I think possibly that's the best way to get people, interested in what we've got going on here, is to show them. Obviously, anyone who's been here long enough has hunted enough of their own aurochs. But let's go on this hunt tomorrow. Let's kick it off. Things like that. So there's seems to be talking about a hunt.
Do we know anything about a hunt, or do I know anything about what the importance of said hunt might be?
And you have orc lore, right?
I have both orc lore and orc pantheon lore.
Give me an orc lore check.
Let's go. It's not a nat 1.
Oh.
I rolled a 2 for a total of 12.
Total of 12. Yeah,
Using my real
I think
dice.
your time out, I think, not being here, like you probably, this is kind of like where you get the meaning of like things you've read in textbooks versus the actual living of the culture. So this is like one of those things where you're just not entirely sure what's the importance of this event is.
Cool. I will stay here for a bit, and later after they've left, and I at some point I will eventually go, and maybe tomorrow try and join the hunt. Not tonight, because if I did it now, it would look like I'm spying on them, which I am. Yeah, good.
So we'll say some hours pass. You guys start mingling. You make some allies. You make some friends, probably. Actually, give me a diplomacy check. That's what I want. I want a diplomacy check from everyone to see how well they've discussed. And you got a 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, time for a hot.
I meant to use my own dice.
Time for a hot Azendel diplomacy. Sorry.
That's fine. Nat 1 for a total of 2. I think Kazrick fully passed out.
Yeah. that endless mug was the endless mug, great.
the feline cloak keeping me comfy. I just like.
What did Azendel get again?
Azendel got a 3 on the dice for a total of 3. Unsurprisingly, the Rune Lord of Wrath, or unsurprisingly, the antisocial Rune Lord of Wrath, who can't go 5 minutes without looking like she wants to murder someone, did not have a great time socializing.
Yeah, it's like Azendel, like, when trying to discuss with the arcane community, whoever she could find within this area, it's like you start talking about stuff, and then like you might not even notice that they just kind of like start slowly like being like, oh hey, I gotta go see this person real quick, and then they like leave, and you meet someone else, and then it's just a slow burner of just like everyone just kind of being off put by you right away and leaving you.
So above table, that's how we see. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Above table, that's how we see it. From Azendel's point of view, she sees all of that and she interprets it as, they're afraid of me. Good.
Yeah. We'll say, yeah, so the professor has fallen asleep fully at the table. And Grognor, I think you're you're talking everyone's ears off, and you're just it seems like everyone is being very polite and friendly, but you're just getting like surface level discussion with them, and it's like people are like, oh, okay, yeah, that's neat. So what do you do? Oh, okay, yeah, I do this trade. Okay, yeah, well, that was nice meeting you. That kind of polite discussion where they don't quite make a connection with you, but whether or not Grognor sees it that way, that's up to Grognor.
He'll just be happy just to talk with new people. He likes being in a new place. He loves learning new culture. But he'll make his way over to Sleepy McGee over there, Professor, and he'll just pop down.
I think when like less than 30 seconds after I officially pass out, Alistair lands next to me, just to make sure nobody like tries to like steal from me or something.
Yeah,
he's a well-trained seeing owl.
Yeah, so you eventually get over there, and Alistair like immediately like head cocks over towards you as you sit down next to you, just to like, and it's like starts tilting and like observing you.
Those owls are terrifying when they like turn their head and like stare at you. I had it happen to me once in a zoo, and I was like, I need to leave.
Yeah, Grognor will be a little bit taken back. So, Professor. So he'll shake it what he calls gently at the table.
That's a D on the paper.
Seems the professor has found his sleeping spot for the night.
Yeah.
It is dark out at this point. There's plenty of bonfires. There's music being played. You guys can just kind of tell me how you want to spend the rest of the night, and then we can kind of jump forward.
Azendel will clock in early, and we'll read until she falls asleep. And if anyone disturbs her, they'll regret it.
Grognor wants to go listen to that orcish music, and then, yeah, that's what he wants to do next. And then after that, he plans to go to bed.
Yeah.
If he can find the tent. I don't know how this place is like. You know, if they're all tents, it's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, it's at night. You've been there. You guys stopped in there once to put your stuff down.
Yeah.
And, so we'll see where you end up at the night. So like the night goes on, there's music, there's fire, there's more food, there's more drink. Everything seems to be exciting. Eventually people start passing out, whether that's at their tents or at the fire or where they all end up. But we can cut to the next morning. Does anyone have anything specific that they like to do in the mornings? Any morning routines that you're invested in?
Yeah, Grognor, he gets up at the crack of dawn, and he usually does some sort of fitness. So like he's probably gonna do some push-ups and stuff you can do inside the tent.
Yeah,
it's not loud. It's not loud.
Yeah, you'll see that there's other people who have to share the tent with you guys. So you'll see there's a few orcs and a hobgoblin who are like just outside the tent doing some exercises and drills.
Okay, yeah, he'll join near them then.
Yeah.
I think, surprisingly, so will Azendel.
Ooh.
Yeah, Grognor will be surprised by that, to see her wake up and be ready and excellent. But he says that, in a surprising.
What, did you think that just because... Yeah, what, did you think that just because I'm an intellectual, I don't exercise?
No, I took you as a late morninger.
Admittedly, waking up at this hour is fucking dreadful, but I've dealt with worse.
Well, I'm glad to see you up. Let's get this exercise in. Chorag needs me strong.
I need me strong.
And how about the professor?
I think the professor doesn't wake up at the crack of dawn, but maybe like 10, 15 minutes after. And I think he goes looking for like a place to bathe and eat. Like even if it's just a wash basin, something to just like clean up from the night before. Maybe a river or something. It's a place to clean. And then and like breakfast, find food if he can avoid using the trail rations. If he can't, he will have his rations. That is his morning. Find food. He also gives food to some of the fancy feed to Alistair. But he's very much
Alistair hoots in appreciation.
Yeah. Alistair gets his own breakfast. I also feel Alistair, after I wake up and gets his feed, goes out and hunts for like rabbits or rats or something and comes back at some point because he's a bird of prey.
It's like the difference of like getting dry food and wet food.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Alistair gets their own dry food and you give him the wet food for the fancy stuff.
Yeah, I wake up. Alistair's done his job of keep making sure I don't die in the middle of the night. He gets a treat for his good work, and then he goes and gets his own breakfast.
Wake up, there's a dead rat next to you.
There's like wash basins there, but you'll find there's no like local river just because this is a very dried out Badlands area.
Yeah.
But there is water that people can use. You'll see there are people who are casting in the morning. They're filling up with like creating water magically to help fill up these basins, just to make sure that there's fresh supply for everyone.
Perfect.
Eventually, as you guys are going throughout your day, you'll get food. You start mingling, I assume. Start to meet more people. I'll say, Grognor, I think you seem to be the one who is the most ready to jump in. I think we could agree that you're the one who's most ready to jump in and start conversations with people.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll notice the sound of, in this early morning, you hear the sound of shattering wood filling the area. And if you look around, you'll notice like immediately clear what this is. You see a tall, muscular orc woman with a splitting maul striking powerful swings at nearby logs. A jumbled pile of already split wood stands nearby as does a smaller pile of intact logs. She heaves the maul a few more times, each blow splitting the wood easily. She wipes her brow and seems to notice you guys nearby, and she just kind of yells to you, "Well, are you going to help or are you just going to stand there?"
Yes, I was just admiring your swing. It's fantastic. I'll help you. And he'll muster over. Where's an axe?
Here, and she hands you the splitting maul for now. As she sits down for a moment to take a few breathers.
She'll he'll grab the axe and say, "What's your name?"
The name's Grothlin.
I'm Grognor. New to the tour mood here.
Yes, you look new.
And
Gonna chop or are you gonna talk?
Yeah, he'll start chopping as he's talking. He'll be grabbing. Yeah, he'll be grabbing as he's talking. He's not gonna stop and talk. He's grabbing them and he's set up and then funk.
Do you have? Can I get either an athletics or a survival check?
Yeah, I'll do athletics for sure. And that's another 13.
That's another 13. Yeah, you're trying to split these, and you're like not getting good swings down on these things. Maybe it's the early morning, or you're groggy at this point in time. But you're trying to get these morning swings in, and you're just like screwing up some of the wood as it like you get like a corner splinters off one of the logs, or you're just not getting it into there, and it's like, I guess I can always pick it up here. And then she stands back up and takes them all from you again to start chopping wood.
Yes, I haven't had to chop wood since I was young. And he'll step away embarrassed a little bit.
I'm tempted to have Azendel make an attempt now just to see if she does better.
You staring there, lady. You're gonna help or what?
Oh, sorry, I was just admiring your arms. Sure thing.
And she'll hand you a splitting maul. Give me an athletics or a survival check.
Azendel, fucking queen of the sleeper builds, is apparently doing a good job with it. 26, 19 on the dice.
6. That's a crit success. Yeah, she's like, there we go. There's how you split some wood. There we go. Took a woman's touch, it seems.
Yeah, Azendel just gets up a lot of her endless pent-up rage out on those logs.
Yeah. You guys spend time splitting the wood together as like the pile slowly gets more and more. So what brings you to Torrent Moot?
I told a rune lord who outranks me to have sex with his own mother, and he sent me here as punishment.
Well, it could have been worse. You could be here with your supervisor watching over you the whole time. That's the best part about coming out here, you know? You get away from the higher-ups for a bit.
Unfortunately, part of the reason I was here was to accompany the delegation. However, they thought it'd be funny to send me weeks in advance.
Oh, I like this one. she'll pat you on the back as you guys are talking. Can I, if you would like, at some point, you can give me a roll to see how well your discussion goes, and I'll give you a +2 on the roll. You could do. There's a variety. The way this is work is you'll have a variety of ways that you could try and talk with her. If you have anything specific you want to try out, there's many different things you could roll if you'd like to. But yeah, so if I could get any, like, just a roll.
Is there any way I could use society?
Society, yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. And you said +2?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Azendel, terrible at talking to women, has rolled a 2 on the dice for a total of 13.
Welcome
and now
to
that
the
I know
curse
I can
of the 13s.
Yeah, you. As you're discussing, it seems like she's impressed, but it seems like she thinks it's kind of fun having someone else to work with for a little bit, but you don't seem to like get a whole lot of actual information out of her, or any kind of like. When I say information, you don't really get like any kind of deeper conversation out of her. She just seems to be more focused on the enjoyment of working through this.
Makes sense.
And that'll go for possibly like there's like a, like another half hour of working through or trying to get through all of this wood cutting.
I'd like to reattempt to show that I'm not a bozo and try some more wood.
You like to try some more wood? Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to leave this orc lady thing. Oh, that giant and start telling people this giant lizard came and chopped wood.
Well, we're almost finished up here. There'll be more wood to chop tomorrow if you'd like to swing by again.
Okay.
Damn, I was going to offer to give him aid because I had a really funny idea for how Azendel was going to help him.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much finished up here. We got everything we need for the fires tonight and the cooking fires. Thanks everyone for your help.
I'll show you tomorrow.
All right. I believe you.
I can really try, for sure.
Of course.
And then he'll head off, I guess, and defeat a little bit back in what I guess it's the morning. What kind of activities? Professor, do you tell us about the hunt?
When I eventually see you.
It's just me and Azendel. Yeah, you're right. All right. Well then, Grognor will just head back in to get food. He's hungry after that.
Yeah, I think once I finish eating, I do start asking around about the hunt.
Oh, okay. You start talking to people. Some people you're like don't really know specifically what you're talking about when you ask about it. They're like, they kind of like understand like the concept of going for hunting, but they're like, some of them are like, do you mean, are you asking me to go hunt? And then it's like a really confusing thing. But eventually, I'd say after about an hour or so of wandering the camp and doing things while you're asking about it, you eventually see the woman again with her 2 companions who you overheard talking about it. You see that she's, I guess I can describe, she's a tall, muscular dromar with a high top knot, and she has this beautifully made bow strapped to her back, and she's carrying gear suggesting she's ready to leave camp.
Are there like images for these characters, by the way? Just because I know this is the module.
I would love to show you guys images. I don't know how to show you. Oh, here we go.
That's fair.
Nice.
There we go. I think I showed you it.
Yep, we got it.
Okay. Cool. I figured it out. So when I was trying to do it from when I was trying to show you guys stuff from the PDF, you can't really copy over images from the PDF. So like I was just getting nothings when I was trying to do it before for some of this stuff. At some point I'll show you more people again. But for now, go ahead.
Yeah. As I walk up to her, I'm going to down my silver tongue mutagen.
Okay.
Which gives me a +2 on deception, diplomacy, intimidation, and performance checks, but a penalty to arcana, crafting, lore, occultism, and society checks for 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have to talk to people. I'm going to be like. I think specifically what I do is I pour it into my drink and I drink from my thing.
Okay.
Like adding a shot to my beer. Hello. I've heard tell of a hunt today. Is that something you know about?
Yes. Actually, she looks at her companions. We were actually just about to go around asking to see if anyone wanted to join us on the hunt. So you overheard tell of us to going out. That's good. That saves us some time if you're already interested. And if anything, this is a good way for you to, if you're interested, to learn more about the Flood Truce and what it means to Belkzen.
That would be wonderful. I would love to accompany you. I know some others who might be interested.
Oh, that's
how
perfect.
many do you need?
Just a few more would be fine. We don't want a huge group of people, just because we need to be able to stay light on our feet and hunt.
Makes logical sense. When are you leaving and where shall we meet you?
We'll be leaving shortly. We were just gonna here, meet us on the western side of camp. And we'll wait for you. My name's Higgin, by the way.
Professor Fitz, it is a pleasure.
Professor
And I
Fitz,
put out a hand to shake.
Yep, and she'll shake your hand.
Wonderful. I will see you shortly on the western side.
All right, perfect. We'll be waiting.
And then I turn and walk looking for these two. Azendel and Grognor.
I think Alistair is pretty adept at sighting and scouting, yes. And is able to point you in the right direction pretty easily in this crowd. Yeah. So I'll just hand wave any kind of like searching for each other. I think that'd be probably not the most interesting thing to listen to, but you guys, it should be easy to spot you guys. You're kind of a colorful crowd here. Stand out a bit.
Owl circling over top of them like it's a vulture.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You found food. We are going hunting.
Excellent. I was looking forward to killing something.
I don't know if we're actually doing the hunting or just accompanying the hunters. It was unclear. But this is a good outing. Unless you have a great desire to stay here.
Oh, this is exciting.
I have a greater desire to jump off a cliff than stay here.
I do not know of any nearby cliffs, but if we find one, I will point it out.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I will go and grab my pack. I don't need armor.
We are going to the west. We are meeting on the western side of camp. I need a compass.
Did you?
Excellent.
Azendel looks back. Did you not pack a compass for this voyage?
It's fine. Which way did the sun come up this morning?
Azendel pulls out a compass
so I am
and reaches
going that way.
Azendel puts her compass back in her robe.
Grognor head back to the tent. He wants to get his stuff. If it's a hunt, he's thinking he needs his armor and weapons. He doesn't know what they're hunting.
You guys go
Azendel just
any gear you'd want.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Azendel grabs her pack and her shield. She always has the trident on her.
Okay.
And you know what? Just because it lasts until I make daily preparations, I'll cast Mystic Armor now.
Ooh.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, Grognor will grab all his stuff, and he'll use his compass to get to the western bank.
Okay, yeah, eventually, in a short order of time, you guys all gather the things that you need, you make your way to the western side, and there you see Higgin standing there with her two companions, and she hails you guys, and you made it. And
Yes.
these are your friends.
Yes,
that you
this
were
is
shooting.
Grognor, Azendel, and Alistair. And I
Hello.
point up at the sky. He's up there somewhere.
I'm Higgin, and this is Janeth and Rask.
What's the weather look like today?
Hot and sunny.
Alright, okay.
Um,
Gargo say, pleased to meet you. There's a hunt? What are we hunting?
we're hunting aurochs.
Aurochs?
You would know would be giant, almost bison-type looking creatures.
Are they on, do I gotta do a roll, or would I know that they're from like here specifically? Like they're
If you'd like to make a roll, you can go ahead and give me nature. Or if you have any other lore or any like lores you think might help you out, but for now, otherwise just nature. I think.
Yeah, I got 19.
Okay. Yeah, you know that their aurochs are there's aurochs natives to Belkzen. In fact, you think it like the seasonally it seasonally seems like they'd be hard, like they seem like they'd be hard to find, I think.
Okay.
You know that they're native to this place, but you'd think that they'd be hard to find in this barren wasteland of a landscape for now.
Yeah, he'll turn to Higgins and he'll be like, excellent! I've never seen an auroch, let alone hunted one.
Yes. See, the aurochs know when before we do when the deluge is going to happen. They smell it, I think. If we can find some of the beasts, we'll get some useful supplies and also a better sense of exactly when the floodwaters will arrive.
Brilliant.
It sounds
What,
logical.
Yeah. Is there a plan? Or are we going to search the desert for a beast?
We'll be hunting them. The plan, is to look for tracks and the usual way to hunt. Have you much experience hunting?
Only small game, and I usually set up traps.
So then you understand the basics of it. Then it shouldn't be too hard. It's much similar to that, except for we might get into a more of a rougher endeavor trying to take it down.
Is there anything to look out for here in the Tornmoot area?
Not.
Poisonous spiders, perhaps?
There might be some various wildlife, scorpions of the sorts or whatnot, but it shouldn't be too bad of an issue. Out here, it's most beasts are more afraid of you than you are of them.
Alright, and he'll hold up his shield and warhammer and say, I'm ready. How about you guys? Turn towards Azendel and Professor.
Oh yes, this should be good fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Azendel says with a terrifying smile.
Perfect, let's get going then. And you guys start off into the Badlands. You start trying to go, and basically the way this is going to start working out here is you guys if you'd like to help, you can always help. You may not be good at hunting or tracking specifically, but if you are, they're appreciative of any help you have. If not, you can always spend time trying to get to know them or trying to do other things throughout this trip. But you're kind of in day one. I can describe a little bit of the so you're heading to really flat, dry terrain with low scrub. Visibility's good, and you would know that works to the advantage of both the hunter and the hunted. Higgin will be talking about this as you're going along as well. You know that Higgin, as you guys are going, are saying she mentions that she expects it to be at least 3 days, up to about a week. of time, depending on how this goes.
Okay.
So if you're able to help out more, it's, you know, the more you're able to help out, the faster it goes. Kind of situation. That's why they want more people than just the 3 of them going. She also mentions like it's she talks about how this is like a nice way for you guys as outsiders to help get some supplies for this will help give some supplies to the camp, to the Tornmoot, and as well as a way of teaching you guys a thing or two about what it means to survive in the holds of Belkzen.
That's great. I would like to help with the tracking and hunting.
Professor's tracking and hunting.
Yeah, Grognor wants to learn how to hunt bigger stuff, so he wants to help with the hunting.
Help with the hunting.
Azendel, who's rocking 0s in both nature and survival, can help build traps with her crafting, if that would do anything.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you guys are going through, can I just get either nature or survival checks from Grognor and the Professor, and then a crafting check from Azendel, and we'll see how this kind of goes from base off this.
This is why I use my dice. I got a 24 survival.
Ooh. Okay, you got a 24 survival.
20.
Nice.
Ooh. What's the result?
26.
26, okay.
Nat 1 for a total of 10. I think that whatever Azendel's doing sets on fire.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are like going through this, and it's like Rask at some points like, I appreciate the vigor that you are trying to help set up with traps, but it's kind of becoming more of a problem as you're getting more and more involved in this. We're trying to keep on the move. So possibly, I guess we can worry about maybe traps later.
Very well, I will relent.
But I think the other 2, yeah, you're helping out. You find tracks that kind of imply like you're like, could be hoof prints, could be like eaten plants. That seems that some kind of herbivore has been here and getting stuff going. So you guys are able to, that's for the first day, you guys get a bit further. Day 2 arrives as you guys are going through. And then, of course, if you have anything you want to ask or talk about in the meantime, always feel free to interrupt me. But yeah, day 2 arrives and the hunt continues on. You guys have set up camp. Every night you'll set up camp in the dark. They seem to be more vigilant at night. The 3 of them, just because they have the dark vision, and it seems like they're hoping to get like more of an advantage on the hunt, and using the ability to see in the dark. But it seems as though because you guys are with them, they tend to move more so during the day and be more active during the day.
Yeah, maybe Grognor one night he will inquire about like how long Higgins has been doing this, hunting Orcs for the flood to know. I'm assuming they've been doing this for years. Every year they want to know the flood, so they probably hunt these guys. So
yeah, I've been
mad about that.
Yeah, I've been doing this for almost my entire life. Pretty adept at it, I'd say, hunting out here. I've gotta survive somehow, you know?
Of course. It's an interesting tradition. I'm excited to learn more and see how we take these orcs by surprise, or what we do to capture them.
Yes, it's a much. It's like I said, you might understand the basics, but it's quite a little different than, say, catching rabbits or lizards or whatnot.
And exactly how, once we find them, will they tell us when the floods are?
It's more so about the way that the timing of their arrival. You see, when the flood comes down, that's when everything is starting to grow rapidly, and the greenery will arise as the flood makes its way through the valley or through the land. And the Aurochs coming means that they can, it means that they are predicting the water's coming. Their instincts, they show that the water's nearby and it's coming, and they can. Like I said, I think they can smell it. The arrival of the greenery and fresh food for them to eat.
Of course. If nature can be a fascinating creature to study itself, and with that, he'll excuse himself to go to bed. Yeah. But that's all he wanted to know.
So let's get some rolls from day 2, as you guys are getting throughout here.
Stuff.
Unless you have a different idea of what you want to do.
No, he's just following command, learning the ways of how the orcs hunt the Orcs.
Yeah.
24.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And what is Azendel doing on day 2?
I think accepting that the wilderness is nowhere near her forte, she's going to take this opportunity to study the customs of the locals with society.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's an 18 on the dice for a total of 27.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys, you get a lot of discussion going between everyone. Surprisingly, this feels probably surprisingly, but it seems as though Azendel, you're making this a much more pleasant experience for everyone. By it seems as though tracking is kind of like a very solid. It seemed like most of day 1 was very quiet, other than like some basic explanations. But it seems as though this has been, livening up. It seems as though the 3 of them are a lot more lively now that you're talking to them and about the various customs and whatnot. And it goes well. It seems as though day 2 seems to be going pretty well. You guys are making a lot of headway. They're finding trails and tracks. You feel like you're heading a little bit higher in elevation now. But it seems as though things are going pretty good. There's some early greenery showing up, which is a good sign that you might see some Aurochs nearby if this is the case. And the night comes for day 2. Do any of you have any like nighttime rituals that you do before bed, or do you how do you guys go about your night?
Grognor for sure prays to Torak before night. I don't think he does it out loud, but you do see him go over there and maybe do like some sort of hand to hand and just close his eyes, but that's it. Been doing it since he was a kid. So his dad told him you're supposed to do, so he does it.
I think Kazrick used to, and I think he has more ritual, like nighttime rituals when he's home. But I think here he probably just like mixes himself something to help him sleep. Turns off his hearing aid to make things quieter. And just, I think he's like, he lies there for a bit because normally he'd read before he goes to sleep, but carrying books is heavy, so he did not bring any books, and just kind of like watches the sky until he passes out.
Azendel, I think, has a journal that she writes in to sort of recount the day's events and her various grievances, essentially as a way of channeling her unending anger into something productive.
Journaling, nice.
Nice. Cool. You guys bed down. You hear the summer air of insects buzzing and humming as it gets cooler and cooler and darker. There is a campfire going. It seems as though you guys aren't really expected to keep watch any, but the other 3 take turns, keeping an eye out. I think Alistair probably spends the day resting on your shoulder, and then the night Alistair is out and keeping an eye out as well. And you guys, actually, can I get a perception check from everyone?
Solid 9.
That one. My hearing aid is off. I am out.
Thank God, Azendel.
21. Azendel keeps it. Yeah, Azendel keeps one of her dragon ears open.
Yeah. You hear an owl hooting frantically, Azendel. Before you're realizing it, as you might check out what it is that's going on, you see that there are 2 large creatures already upon your camp. And it seems as though Rask is battling one off, shouting. So you hear him start to shout like, "To arms! To arms! We have trouble!"
Azendel is going to immediately just throw on her shield and like literally kick Grognor in like the ribs to get him up. Get your stupid useless ass up! We're under attack.
Yeah, he'll get up, and he'll blink a couple times and try to figure out what's going on, and then say, "What's going on, Azendel?"
We're under attack. Wake up the professor and get armed. And then she's gonna run out to join. You said her name was Raska?
Rask. Rask is the one who's yelling. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she'll go up to join Rask.
He'll immediately shake next to him, Professor. Make sure he gets him up.
Yeah, the professor is groggily getting woken up. In this meantime,
Professor, we're under attack.
Oh, exams are next week.
He'll shake him really hard, and I'll be like, "Wake up!"
I get up and absentmindedly turn my hearing aid on. What
and
did
you
you
immediately
say?
start hearing the owl hooting in danger.
I push myself up.
And you all get yourselves prepared to get out and fight off this intruders. And I think that is a good place for us to leave off on this episode. So thanks everyone for listening in. Thanks for supporting the show. Hopefully it's a good one for you. If you'd like, you could always find the IDL on Blue Sky at IDL_RPGS. If you'd like to follow us more, or if you're watching this on the YouTubes instead of your podcast feed, you could always like or comment. Honestly, if you have a coworker that you want to get to know better, what a better way to get to know them than to share this podcast with them, get a little conversation going. So thanks everyone for listening, and that'll be it. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.